Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday the 17th of January and the fish are looking a lot better than they did on Sunday when they looked like they were frozen in the pond. They've been swimming round, they've been up a few times, looked like they wanted something to eat. But anybody seeing them on Sunday would definitely thought they were frozen solid. Now, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed. I think I got 32 new subscribers since Sunday. That made the granddaughter very jealous because we are having a competition to see who gets most subscribers, and anybody who follows the channel, on the first couple of videos it's mentioned that I know nothing about tech. For some reason I can't seem to absorb it. I was watching a video on editing the other day and fell to sleep. Just can't grasp it. So today we're going to show you the pond build. We're also going to try and get Hillary to take over, and I'm going to show you a bit of laminating. So I'm going to whip you around there now and show you where we are so far with it. I'll just pause you a second. So this is where we are at the minute. I did the top of this morning because this was the section which was near the wall, so I've had to turn it round this morning. Done this side. I have not laminated the other side, and that's the reason we're doing this video, and Hillary's going to take over because we're going to try and show you how to laminate the other side. It will be only a short video about the laminating because I'm going to do part of it before Hillary takes over, and then you'll have an idea how it's done. But I think it's looking really well at the minute. All the other sides have been flow coated up to the top. There's only this one because this has got to cure this morning. If you have a look on the edge of here, let's see if I can focus, there's like little sharp pieces. Now people moan about them when they're doing a fiberglass in a pond build in the garden, and they go down with sandpaper and rub them down. And the thing is, if they're still soft and you put tissue mat on, this is what's on here, I dare rub my hand across there because it's as smooth as anything. And I know a lot of people haven't put tissue mat on, but it does help settle the fiberglass down. It's not going to do anything which really cured solid, not move that at all, but it does settle the rest of it down and give you a better finish. I'll just try and get this down here. Just rub my hands on it, it's smooth. What I've done here is made myself a bit of a corner I can go into when I flow coat. But this section, what I'm going to do when Hillary comes out, I'm going to put fiberglass along probably half of it, maybe a bit more. And there could be 2 layers on there, and then I'll show you how to put tissue mat on, which can be a bit awkward. And then we'll come across here, I'll show you how to paddle roll it and one thing and another, and then we'll just end the video there because I don't want you standing there looking at me laminating for 20 minutes. If you want to see that, there's some videos out there already available. I've actually got one where I made a couple of tubs, and I explain about gel coat compared to flow coat, and show in that same video it shows you how to put that on a little sample piece. It's the tub I made, or one of them, is out here, and it's actually, I made it as basically a universal tub. I made it so it's a measuring tub, storage tub, whatever you want really. I'll not be using it for measuring many metre long fish, so I thought, well, if I'm going to make something, if I can do something that people probably haven't seen, like putting this line on. If you do watch the fiberglassing video, I think it's only a couple of months ago, I shown them how to put a line on like that. It was all a bit of fun. It was only because I used to do it when I was at the boat company. If anybody's just starting watching the channel and want to know why I'm doing fiberglassing and gardening and keeping koi, they'd probably be as well looking back at my second full video. Granddaughter did the short one on the 14th February, but I did a couple of quick videos asking about the varieties of fish. So if they want to look at that, and then there's the March koi and garden update, have a look at that, because that tells you why I think I can do fiberglassing, and I can talk about it. So if you want to catch up, that's how to do it, and then you'll know a bit more why I'm doing this. But when friends came round and my son came round to turn this over on Tuesday night, so because there was no way I was going to lift it, it weren't as heavy as I thought. They started taking the mitle a little bit, that where am I going to put that, because it does look a big unit. So if I take you over here, I have started digging down, and when I look at it, I do think myself, is that going to fit in that hole? But I've measured it, and at the moment, the deepest point there where I've dug, the spar that goes across the middle of the pond is going to end up about where that brick is. I really want it lower down than that, so I'm going to have to dig down about another 6 inches, 8 inches to get it down to that level. The fish that were in there are now in the garage, and they're looking really well. They love it in there, but it does get a lot warmer. So basically what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to get Hillary to come out, but I'm going to start fiberglassing. So for me it's going to be about 20 minutes, for you 10 seconds. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you do watch and find it interesting. But if it all goes pear-shaped, this might be the last you see of this video, because if we do cock it up, I'll probably do another video Sunday when it's all finished, and I'll be able to show you them. But at the moment it's fingers crossed, and we'll carry on with this video and show you how to laminate that backboard. You wouldn't normally do it like this. If once you start laminating something like this, you should continue around while the fiberglass is still wet, so it moulds in a bit better. But I decided that I thought you ought to be shown, especially people who have never dealt with fiberglass, give you an idea how to do it. So it could be see you in 5, or it could be see you Sunday. So I'll just pause you there and let Hillary know I'm going to start. It's either thank you for watching, or I'll see you in a bit. Are we fired up?
Yep.
Right, so we're back, hopefully, and what I've done already is I've not touched that one yet, but this end is 2 layers of mat on. I've taken it round the corner to strengthen the corner, and I've put what they call a feathered edge on. This is the straight edge, and this is what you'd call a feathered edge. It blends in better when you're joining them together. You tend not to get such a ridge. So basically You can see where the other one ended there. I'm going to now put a piece on this corner. Just make sure I've wet out around the corner. Get a piece of mat. So to guessing what width I need. So now I've created a feathered edge by ripping that down like that. So I'm going to drop it on there. I've wet all this out. As I say, if you want to look at the other video, it does show you basically what all this is about. The reason I'm not too bothered about that going up over the top here is because I've already done over this once. I don't want to build it up too much, but basically you've wet your timber out, you've wet your mat out, fiberglass out around that corner. As you can see down in that corner there's a little crease, so if you just pull it like that, just whack it in. Now both, you let that soak a bit now. Now this has both had 2 layers of mat on. So what you do, give it a little roll. Make sure you haven't got any dry spots. You can see here, down at the bottom, I've added an extra piece there. Don't need more than one, because that timber I've put in to help the flow of the water and let the food drop has already had 2 layers of mat. It came up from the bottom. So basically we just give that a little roll. See a little dry bit on that bit. This one's had 2 layers as well. You can see where I've taken it over the top. Just to get that a little bit more strength up there. Roll it over. I don't know whether I actually mentioned, but when we used to do the final layer of mat years ago, we used to what they call curly roll it, and it was just to give it a little bit of a better effect. And at that time we didn't use the flow coat, they used to paint it. So again, strip a mat just to strengthen that corner, help it blend in a bit more. Give this a bit of a roll. That's a bit dry down there, so roll down there. Get round the corner. And get this consolidating roller, as they call it now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to force air out of the mat. Just go up over the top and corners down. Obviously, if you do want to check the other video out, you'll see everything really. Now it looks like I've missed a bit there, but I know I haven't. So it's just where 2 feathered edges have come together. do some gasping. I reckon I'm too old for this. Right, so I'll just go over here a little bit more and just show you how to put a tissue mat on. Right, you see how flimsy it is? Just tend to move all over the place and it creases. But what I'll do, I'll take it over that fiberglass there so it sits better, so it covers it, so we haven't got that like rough edge. Just pop that into there. Little bit more mat. That's it. You see how it creases? Sometimes you have to peel it off a little bit, then put it back down again. It don't give you a lot of time because it's so flimsy, but you can see how I just give that a bit of movement, get it into corners. You can work these creases out, but the finish you get, it's worth the trouble. Put it down the bottom of that. This looks very expensive, by the way. If Hillary wasn't here, I'd tell you how much it was. Now it works out at something like £3 a metre. So I'm going to just tap that, just to force it into the corner a little bit. Smells in here, by the way. Get a little bit more for the bottom. Once I've done this little bit here and shown you how to seat it, then I'm going to stop, because you will have seen every stage of it. So I hope you've been following it, because if you let her watch it again if not. But as I say, there's two layers of mat, then a tissue. Basically all you do, now we know it's gone to there, we can see where it is. Basically all you do is go over that, see how it's squeezing up to the top. Nice and easy, don't try and force this because you will crease it again. So just take your time. This is why it's nice having this bit at the bottom. A bit of a slope eases it down a little bit better. So go into corners. You can hear all that noise. This is why I'm saying, I think I said earlier on, you don't do it like this normally. I'm doing this just to show you how to, what we do. You want it soft, so it all moulds in together, but I couldn't do that and show you, so I'm risking it, but I think I've been doing it long enough to get away with it. To be fair, at this stage you can repair anything, even if it means getting a grinder out. You can actually get it all sorted. if you've got a corner like this where it's a little bit awkward, as well, just putting a bit of extra resin on. I'm in my own light here, so I'm struggling a bit. But as I say, all this timber up to about there has already had 2 layers of mat on, so it's not a problem really. See how it wants to peel up? That's because it's dry underneath it. No cushion in front of the fiberglass. And what you do, you just go over the top like this. Obviously this is going to be not going to be in the water because you won't bring it up to the top. Just seat that down like that. Once I get out my own light, I'll be able to see where I'm going. But to be honest, you've seen it all now. We'll give this a little rub over. Force a little bit of air out, make sure you've got it sealing down to the other piece. That's the extra bit we put on the bottom there. Probably not too much resin on really, but when you're trying to rush. But what you can see there, you can see where we've only got 1 layer of mat underneath that. It went to there, so what we'll do now, we'll come back over to here and then finish this corner off. But basically it's do it again. Now the reason I used a shorter piece of tissue mat when I went round that corner is because it was on the corner. So I look where it was, where I've lined it up to. There we go. Just tap it down and that's it, we go again. So I think we can call it a day there, and hope you have got a grip of what I've been doing. Obviously I've had to do this on all the areas. Very awkward on the outside when you're doing anything, but I didn't put tissue mat on the outside because really it don't have to be flow coated, but we do it so it looks a bit better. But see how careful I'm being with this, because it doesn't tend to want to crease. Obviously when I was on the corner it made an effort. But there we go. I think Hillary, if you want to stop it there, and I hope you enjoy the video, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you follow the journey we're going on. I think the next project, well actually it's a project for Vince, the twisted one, but it's a secret so I can't tell you unless you pay me a lot of money. That's it, but I'm actually going to try and get a new shed roof on, do a shed roof, and I am going to fiberglass it. I've never thought of fiberglassing it before, even though I have done shed roofs. Because I was out of the game for such a long while, I just went down the old felt. But when I do the new shed roof, I'm going to fiberglass it, I think. So that'll be the next project, and oh, you've grasped a bit of this, and you never know, you might have a good one day. So thank you very much, and bye bye, see you Sunday.